Hello, everybody. Once again, I'm Matt.
And I'm Peter.
And we're from the New Jersey Podcast Guys. And we're sitting here with Fred Puglese.
Thank you, Matt.
How you doing, Fred?
Thank you, Peter.
Thank you. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Fred, you're running for...
Council.
In
Kenilworth. This is our... I've ran before, and this is Carmen's first time running for council.
Okay, so you're kind of taking him under your wing.
Well, one of us is taking the other. He's great. He's a great guy.
Yeah.
He's a great candidate, great teammate. Carmen is. We work with each other. We
Right.
feed off each other.
It's a team.
So what is it that you guys want to accomplish, or what do you personally want to accomplish?
I mean, we really just want to improve Kenilworth. Everyone in this town, everyone who has their kids in town, really wants to see the town on the upswing.
Right.
Unfortunately, we've seen a little deterioration in the past few years, and that's one of the reasons why Carmen and I have put our hat into the ring this year. Is because we really care about this town.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen things, we've heard things, and you know what? You can't just sit and have your hands in your pocket and complain. You do something or you shut up. And Carmen and I have decided to put our own family behind us and put them to the side for the time being, and put our own practices and businesses to the side, and do some volunteer work. And that, in this case, it's running for council to both of us. And again, he has some great ideas. He's a great running mate, and with my experience and ideas, I think we'll work wonders for this town.
So what are one of the things that you want to accomplish? I don't want to take too much away from your speech that you're going to be giving later, but what's one of the things that you want to get done?
I mean, clearly, the number one issue is taxes. All right. And it's one thing if you're paying taxes and you're getting money for the dollar that you pay. But lately, it seems like everything is going up while the services that you're receiving are going down.
Mm-hmm.
So clearly, Carmen and I, we want to put our best foot forward to not only keep taxes or make it lower, but also to come up with better ideas, provide better services for the town.
Right.
And even more revenue-raising measures, in addition to tax-cutting measures. And I mean revenue-raising, not so much it would affect the taxpayers in town, but other people, let's say the transient for the, let's say the hotels and what have you in town. Like
a pillow tax or something
exactly,
like that,
the luxury tax and of the like. So,
is there a pillow tax now?
There is a small one from the local hotel, and I was part of the council that first instituted that a little while back, actually maybe about 7 years ago. But clearly there are more that needs to be revisited. Number one, and there are other ways of revenue-raising measures other than just passing the buck to the taxpayer.
Right.
And and one of the things that we've seen is that the town payroll, the amount of employees under the town payroll has gone up. I mean, we don't need more government. The taxpayer simply just can't afford it.
Mm-hmm.
It's one thing if you can afford it, but at this point, with taxes going up every year, you shouldn't be in a position where you're increasing the payroll of the town.
So taxes are going up. The
services are going
down. You're saying?
Absolutely. I mean,
and the payroll is going up as well.
I mean, if you just not too long ago, we had guess when recycling day is. Right? Everyone was putting out the recycling out, and no one knew when the recycling was going to take place.
Really?
For years, we had a set recycling schedule, and then for some reason, the current council let the contract lapse without a plan B. So everyone was putting out the recyclables out, and they would be out there for days and weeks, because no one knew when the recycling was coming by. It was like a game. Guess when recycling is coming by? I mean, you need a plan B.
Yeah.
And
it seems like a small thing, but it really impacts your day-to-day life.
Absolutely. And when people are driving around through your town, they just keep seeing garbage cans that never being picked up, full of plastic. It doesn't really look good.
Yeah, and it's a shame because it's a nice town.
Absolutely.
It's a very nice area. I like it down here. We don't live here, but we like it when we come down to see Carmen or whatever. It's a nice little area to drive through.
And you clearly
except for 22.
And
traffic is horrible.
But when you go out, when you see people from other towns, and you say I'm from Kenilworth, people always say it's a great little town. I love the main street that you have. I love the restaurants.
Yep.
And you don't hear, very rarely do you hear anything bad about our community from outside. But for us who have to deal with it on a day-to-day basis, it can be a little different.
All right.
And I think, just the fact that you're doing this, on a Facebook Live feed right now, you want to get your message out to the people. It's a two-way conversation. Politics should be a two-way conversation.
Exactly.
And using something like this, I mean, you're thinking outside the box and, really, being forward-thinking with how you communicate.
Absolutely. And that's, Carmen Bucco, my running mate, this was his idea, and kudos got to him.
Yeah.
He's more in technology, quite frankly, than I am.
Right.
I still have an older iPhone, and this was his brainchild. And this is a way we're trying to make government more transparent.
Exactly.
So we bring government to you, the people, as opposed to talking down to you. We want to talk with you.
Right.
Now, let me ask you real quick before we go to Carmen and his speech. Are the Democrats doing something like this?
They've never have, and I don't think they ever will.
All right.
They haven't done one this year.
Republicans innovating in Kenilworth. You heard it here first, folks. All right, it looks like Carmen Bucco is ready to give his speech. He's giving me some mean looks. So, no, I'm just kidding. He's always smiling, as Carmen is known to do. And so let's cut over to him right now.
Good evening and welcome. I kind of overheard them saying that, I'm sorry. I kind of overheard them talking a little bit about why we're running, what our goals are, and what we want to do. But first and foremost, I want to thank, that's my favorite song, My Way. I want to first thank some people who started me out in politics and taught me that not necessarily politics is a civil service position, but it's a way to make change, and you got to be a leader to make change. So I want to thank my Democratic friends. Yes, I did say Democratic friends in Belleville, New Jersey, Kevin Kennedy, Tom Grolman, and the mayor and many of the gentlemen up there who are supporting me down here in the ways that they can. I also want to thank my treasurer, my campaign manager. He's a little shy, Scott Pence. Scott, I couldn't do half of the things I'm doing without you. Thank you very much. Sal Candarella. I met Sal 5 years ago, and one thing I learned, it's actually very heartwarming to me, coming from the foster care system, they actually adopted a kid, and as of yesterday, Yesterday was Gotcha Day? Gotcha Day. So, God bless them, and seriously, anybody who does things like this and takes care of the kids of the world right now, it's very near and dear to my heart, and I say that with emphasis. Because people don't think, and there's word out there that I am not, I'm looking to get rid of the rec director. And I'm going to tell you right now, that's not what my intention is. But I'm going to go further into that. Also, I want to thank Jay Woloshin, who is the county chair, Kenilworth chair of the Republican Party here in Kenilworth. I was not running until some issues came up and weren't being taken care of the way I felt they needed to be taken care of as a taxpayer. And I was actually, I made a point that I said, you know what, I'm going to run as an independent. I did a mail-in campaign for Belleville, and Belleville is a very huge town. We lost it by 400 votes. So I said, I'm going to do my own campaign as an independent person. I sat with Jay. I expressed my concerns to Jay about the town, and he said, we welcome you to the party. And I sat with Fred, and I wanted to make sure that these people were on ball and on point to what needed to be done for the town of Kenilworth to move the town forward. And that's the biggest thing. Now, many of you people don't know me, so I'm going to give you a quick history about me. I was born and raised in, well, not born and raised. I was raised mainly in Nutley, New Jersey, in a couple different foster homes. I learned to be who I am based on the streets. And the beautiful part is I actually had 3 family members to teach me how to become the man I am today. And I can't thank them enough. I can't thank my foster parents enough for helping develop the man I am today. And that's what you're going to get on the